Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Oh, are we going? We're back on The Local Show. I didn't know. I was watching digital things.
Tom, that light is on the air. It means we're on the air.
Hey, folks, we're back. What do you know? So tell me a little bit about Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts here on The Local Show. What do they do for us? Or for other people?
If you're a listener, this isn't the first time you've heard. If you don't protect your home and life savings, you haven't protected your home and life savings. So if you want to do that and you're middle upper, you have a little bit of money. If you want to keep your house, you own a house, you don't put it into trust. Boy, that's
why should you worry? The government will just take it.
The government will help. Long-term care.
Long-term will take the rest.
70% of people end up in long-term care in some form, shape, or another. And if you haven't protected that, you're in deep doo-doo. And if you want to leave it to the kids, you've lost that option. But Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts, they'll give you the straight shot. 370-9977 is their phone number. That's area code 315.
Big
That's
one.
the big one. 370-9977. John and Marie and the team at Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts.com, Tom.
Okay, it's good to have Rick Hardman back on. He's the owner of North Syracuse Lawn and Snow. I go up and down Route 11 a lot because that's my stomping ground. And I see your place, and I see that you have things out there.
We have a lot of things.
Yeah. My son will often say, hey, Dad, can't we just go grab that tractor and we'll load it up? I said, no, they got cameras everywhere and shotguns.
We had one grabbed.
Did you really?
They actually caught him for the first time ever.
No kidding.
Yeah, well, when you steal a tractor in a U-Haul, you shouldn't run red lights in East Syracuse. Wow. And then when you get pulled over, you shouldn't have a bag of drugs on your dash.
Oh, yeah.
Which then allows you to open the van and see the bag that still said North Syracuse Lawn and Snow on.
Goodness.
Well, I'm sure with Governor Hochul's firm policies, I'm sure they'll never do that again.
They were released before I got there to pick it up.
No kidding. And they probably had a gift card to a restaurant.
Yes.
And an apology for inconveniencing them.
We're sounding like a bunch of right-wingers here. You know that, right? Just saying.
It is what it is.
Well, Rick is a business owner, and he owns North Syracuse Lawn and Snow. What do you do over there? What do you sell?
Well, we're primarily a John Deere dealer. My family purchased it from John Deere in 1977.
Oh, that's a while ago.
Yep, I came on in 2020. We are also a Ski-Doo snowmobile, Can-Am, ATV dealer.
Nice.
Amongst other things, Honda generators, handheld trimmers from Echo, gas or electric, because that's going to be all electric pretty soon.
That was one of my questions.
Whether we like it or not. Deere's coming out with their first zero-turn electric mower here this fall.
Oh, boy.
So,
there we go.
Pins and needles for that.
Yeah. Well, the last time we spoke, we were kind of masked up and we were talking about the pandemic and all that, and you were having trouble getting parts and pieces. Have things improved dramatically?
They've improved. Deere did a very good job during the pandemic. We were primarily affected after the pandemic. We had a lot of inventory during the pandemic, and then once the factories got drained, after the pandemic, if there is actually an after the pandemic, then we ran out of product.
Oh, no kidding.
So last year and the year before, we were really dry on the John Deere side. Now BRP, which is Can-Am, Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, all that stuff.
Yeah.
They're a little slow on their product.
Is Ski-Doo, is that Bombardier? What's
Bombardier recreational product. They split.
Okay,
they used to be all one family, Bombardier, and now they split the aerospace and recreational are two different companies, and now recreational is bigger than the aerospace.
No kidding.
So they laughed at them, told them they were going to go out of business, and now they're loaning them money.
So you sell snowmobiles.
Yep.
Do you sell jet skis also?
No. Okay. Different franchise. Jet ski, snowmobile, ATV, and side-by-side, all different. So I have the ATV and snowmobile line.
Are people still buying ATVs?
Yes.
Yeah.
They would have bought more in the last 2 years if I could have had some.
Wow.
Because everybody was spending money that people were giving them.
Yeah.
And now that I have ATVs in stock, the traffic's a little slower, but they're still moving.
So people go up to North Syracuse. So right on Route 11, maybe a mile south of 31.
Yeah,
right?
just before
quarter mile
Sacred
south
Heart
of 31 is my
quarter mile south.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do people travel to you?
Mainly, we've been doing the same thing with the same people for. My sales guy's been there 40 years.
Wow.
He loves it. He's my John Deere diesel guy. Deere's very concentrated on subcompact diesel tractors. Mm-hmm. I work on everything else, sales-wise, and Tom handles the compacts. They're very complicated attachments and programs and financing and different levels and order codes. And
do you get residential people or is it mainly farmers?
Oh, no. We don't no farmers.
Oh, okay.
We don't have the agricultural line.
Okay,
that's another separate contract. So we're all residential hobby farmers. The guys that think they want to be a farmer, we can hook them up with equipment to let them.
Are people brand loyal or not?
Yes, to a degree. You always have your faction that won't drive anything but the John Deere or the Ski-Doo. I mean, John Deere is probably the most infamous American company left around that's been the same company since the 1800s.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And all our stuff is still built here. You know, parts of it are built elsewhere, like everybody else. They have factories in multitude of other countries because that's where their markets are.
Midwest in our country, right?
Midwest, Horicon, Wisconsin. Yep, big. I've been to most of the factories. Tennessee, several factories.
Nice. So nothing runs like a Deere. That's what
I know.
they tell me.
You just took what I was good at.
That's what they tell me.
And why is an E at the end of Deere? Explain that to me.
That was his name, John Deere.
Oh.
Okay, so they put it, okay.
He was an actual man.
Yeah. How do you compete with the big box stores that are reselling?
Well, they're selling Deere's entry-level line.
Gotcha.
Which we also sell the exact same tractor. They can only sell that entry line. And when that first happened, we were very nervous. And what I have found is being so close to Home Depot or Lowe's actually helps us. Because they'll drive by and go, well, let's just see how much more it is at this dealer.
Right.
And it's the exact same price.
Right.
Except we have parts and we have service.
I was going to say, when they have service, where do you go?
And I won't be in lumber next week, so I'm going to be right here. So, I'm not going to sell you a carpet. I'm going to sell you a tractor.
Right. And be able to service it and everything, because that's very important. Over there, they're lucky if they can find the keys to unlock the dang thing.
Well, they have to pay us to put them together for them, which they don't like. But
seriously,
yeah, it cut down on Deere's warranty by, I heard, over 40% because they don't come out of the crate, decks leveled, tire pressure, make sure everything's right. Because they're built by people, and sometimes people make mistakes.
Tom, I'd be good at putting things together. Like
no, you don't want Steve near the store. you don't even want him test driving anything. Tell me about the snowmobiles. With winter being, winter wasn't great this past year.
Winter's been iffy lately.
Yeah.
Last winter, we were very lucky that most of our product was pre-sold.
Oh, good.
Skidoo has a large portion of their product line that is only available for what they call spring order.
Oh, okay.
So, I sold 60% of next fall's order last March.
Oh, great.
Oh, okay.
Last year before, it was 95% of the order. Now, this year, I'm a little nervous because the winter was terrible.
So people might be, hey, do I really want a sled?
And the problem is for them to meet emissions rules and things like that, the product is not, you don't just jump in and buy one. They're not cheap anymore.
Really quickly, do you think they'll go electric?
They did. Skidoo has one this year. We can't sell it. Battery operated in cold temperatures don't get along well together. So they have one that's only available for ski slopes, and its range is 32 miles.
And real quick, when do you open?
We are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon.
Right there in Cicero, quarter mile south of Route 31.
You got it. That's Paul Zobel right there. Not Paul Zobel.
Nice one.
That's the next guy coming up. Rick Hardman. Sorry, Rick.
Did he write me a check? I don't know.
At least you opened this that well.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Get over there to North Syracuse Lawn and Snow. All right. Now, coming up next, we're going to talk with Paul Zobel. He's the owner of Medicare Paul, right here on the local show on 570 WSYR.